This is episode 64 of the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes, and I'm here with my co-host Antonio Hughes. Brother, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Summer's wrapping. I didn't get to go see Lucky Day, and that's all of my fault because I just honestly forgot. Like Monday turned to Tuesday, and then I honestly forgot about it with all the work I had to do. Very upset about that because I did go to the Hip Hop Symphony, and I can report back that it was not my thing. Now,
The Hip Hop Symphony?
yeah, right. So when you think symphony, AJ, you think of like a bunch of people, probably a big quartet. I guess I can call it of people. Like um, you're gonna see a big group of people that are in a symphony. Usually, when they describe it as symphony, I went,
Correct.
I got there, and I had came by myself. My other two friends had drove together, and I was looking around confused, looking for like the hall or the big gym that it was going to be in. I walked in; it was in a church, and it was four people on four different instruments. Actually, two violins, one of the big ones. I don't even know what it's called, cello maybe, and then
Cello.
and then there was the other one. I forgot what it's called, but I wasted my money. I wasted my
How much
time.
was it?
It's like $40. It wasn't nothing crazy. Yeah, but it was like, but here's what I thought about, right? So I'm sitting there like, these people said they sold this out, and they did because the room was full, and they tour all around the country. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, how much money did they make this year scamming people in this way? Like I feel like they did not give enough of a description of like, yo, it's gonna be these four people and a guy on the drums nodding his head, smacking the drums versus like, oh, this is gonna be a big production, a bunch of people in the symphony. You're gonna hear a bunch of different instruments. Somebody up there composing. Nope, it's bro on the mic like, hey guys, thanks for coming out to the show. I was like, I was sitting there, I literally sunk down in my seat, like, bro, I could have gone to Lucky Day, bro. Like, I could
What
have literally went.
do you think the sentiment among everybody else was like, yo, what is this?
Oh nah, them indie people was in there as soon as he would hit a note because they was playing like known songs. They did like some Eminem. They did California Love. They did some Snoop Dogg songs. They even did I Like It by Cardi B. Like they did some newer stuff and some older stuff. And to me, it just really gave like Indiana. Like this
Yeah.
seemed like something like older people in Indiana would really like to do on a Friday night. So I feel like the sentiment of the people in the room was, oh yeah, they doing that. And honestly, like I said, I felt like the people they played well. Like you can tell they put a lot of time into their craft and they're really good at what they do. But me personally, I won't be at another hip hop symphony. Especially if it's those people. Now, if you can show me beforehand that it's going to be at one of those halls, it's going to be a big production, composer, all that, I might show up just because I think that type of music is interesting because I was in band. But I won't be back.
That is crazy. That is crazy. But I think, you know what probably sold a lot of people is the concept. The concept. Because I mean it got you. The concept sounds interesting. You know what I'm saying? But then you get there and it's like, this isn't a symphony. This isn't it's what makes a symphony. How many people does have a symphony need to be?
I want to look it up because I've been wondering that all week, and I was like, I feel like a symphony is like 10 or more, but
Mm,
I
okay.
don't know. I'm gonna look it up now.
While you look that up, I think I'm definitely I'm due for a concert very soon. I haven't been to a live show in a while, bro. Like I was gonna go to so this weekend, it was supposed to be I think it was called State of Emergency or something emergency. Basically, it was a concert with Jeezy, Rob 49, JT, and some other people in the Rob 49 genre or category. But I didn't go. And they replaced Jeezy ended up canceling and they replaced Jeezy with Kodak. And then they went up on the ticket prices. And I just felt like, I don't know, it wasn't worth the prices I was seeing. I was like, I didn't want to pay 130 last minute. So I didn't end up going. But I think I'm gonna go. Um, I'm thinking about people don't everybody keeps saying no, but I'm thinking about doing a road trip to Houston, and stopping at New Orleans in the middle, um, and Victony, the Afrobeats artist, he's supposed to perform in Houston, and so I'm like, that would be a cool like way to, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta see. I gotta see if I got the time and the energy to do that.
Bro, it's hurricane season heavy out there. Like I
It
know,
is.
yeah, like the marketing person I work with for Flash Hoops, he had multiple days where his power went out or he had windows breaking from the hurricane. Like he had a bunch of stuff going on where the hurricane was bad, but yeah.
Okay. You looked up Symphony. What did it say?
30 to 100 musicians. So
So they
they,
lied.
yeah, they lied, bro. They pulled the old finagle skim scam. And what I also heard was that the production people that run it, like Candlelight, they do bigger shows and they have like more just bigger stuff. But apparently this was not that. So
I think you should bust out your guitar and I'll bust out my piano and we could start a symphony today.
we could do it today. Hey, if you guys want to see the real R&R Symphony, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll bring it to a city near you.
We will do that. We will 100% do that. That would be a crazy way to tour. That would be a crazy way to tour. I'm not down with that. That was a joke. We're not doing that. We're not
Just the
doing that.
guitar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm due for a concert too. I didn't want to interrupt you, sorry, but I'm due for a concert too. I am going to Lala this weekend, but there is another concert here before I leave that I'm going to try to go to. I believe it's tomorrow. It's supposed to be Babyface Ray, I Swear Vezo, PZ, so some Detroit
Oh
artists. So
wow.
that'll be pretty cool. And then yeah, I heard they were having like a it was kind of like an artist pop up where they're gonna bring on an indie artist and let him perform. So I think that'll be a cool experience for whoever gets to do that too.
That would be interesting. You should do that for sure. Report back. Take some video, you know what I'm saying? Do a little vlog. Do a little
Okay,
vlog.
okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Let's get into new music, man. Let's get into new music. You know, the one dropped, the big dog, you know what I'm saying? Ice Spice. She dropped Y2K, you know what I'm saying? The debut, 10 songs, 23 minutes. Um, I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours first. What did you think of the Ice Spice debut project?
I mean, all honesty, I feel like Ice Spice hasn't been, the person we look to for raps, so it's whatever. But I feel like she had a good switch up, at least sound a little bit. Like I feel like she tried to switch her sound kind of. There's still a lot of the same type of bop on here. I feel like she had good features on here. And it was a cool project, but it wasn't nothing I'm running back to listen to again. There's not a lot on here for me personally. I feel like some of my favorite songs, I guess, if we doing that, oh shit, with her and Travis Scott. Papa was pretty good. You texted me about her, kind of sounded like Young and May. I do agree with you. She kind of sounded like Young and May on that song. Um, and I'm also, I do want to say I'm tired of the pump fakes with project when y'all are putting out 6 singles and then putting 4 new ones on a project and then calling it a project, because that's not a project. That is almost more so a collection of your singles. So that would probably be my feedback, is stop doing that.
There you go. There you go. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I would agree with what you were saying. Honestly, like I was listening to this. I listened to it. I mean, it's short, so I listened to it like 3 times. I was like, let me make sure I'm giving Ice Spice the full attention. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I declared myself a munch, so I had to make sure I was. I had to make sure I was. You know what I'm saying? Giving her a fair shot. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. Papa is hard, and Papa's only hard. The song on here because she sounds like Young and May. It just made me miss Young and May. It made me go listen to Young and May. But other than that, there weren't any songs on here that I'm gonna go back to. Right? BB Belt is it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm teaching myself to DJ and I'm looking for new songs to play, like BB Belt, I'll throw that one in there. I'll do a little Ice Spice set. You get Deli, and then you get BB Belt, and then you get Papa, and then I'm out of there. That's it. But I found myself laughing more than anything. Like it's funny today when I went on my walk, I was listening to Russ. I was just listening to Russ, and I was just like, he. Every time I listen to Russ songs, he has a bar I missed and I catch, and I'm just like, dang, he out here throwing words together like crazy. Like I've never had that with Ice Spice. The only thing I had with Ice Spice, my reaction was more like laughing and more like confusion. Like she says poop and fart a lot, which is interesting to me. It's like how many times can you say it before we're tired of it? I'm tired of it. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it.
I mean, if we being honest here, I don't really like Ice Spice that much. If we just keeping it a bean, I don't think Ice Spice is that great of a rapper. I feel like she reminds me of and I think Sweetie's a better rapper than her, but she reminds me of a Sweetie, to where it's like she's a figure. She's gonna be good for billboards and advertisement, and she's like a she's just a personality to me. She's not like a she's not a rapper. She's not a musician. She doesn't make really good music to me. I feel like the thing that's been carrying her the whole time is the beats. So shout
Thank
out to
you.
Ice Spice's
Thank you.
producer.
Riot.
Um,
That's what I wanted to lead with, is that Riot is the real MVP here. But keep
you
going.
know, yeah. Well, I'm honestly, bro, I feel like that about a lot of rap right now. Like I feel like Ian is that white kid that's been going around with Lil Yachty and stuff, you know, Ian. But I feel like he's gonna have that same issue. He's gonna have a Lil Skies type of year where we gonna know about Lil Skies for a year, and that's like where he go. Like there's gonna be a bunch of rappers who are like that from this generation. There already has been, and there's gonna be more. I feel like so.
Yeah. Um I don't know. I'm excited. I'm more excited for Riot to work with other artists than I am for the rest of Ice Spice's career. Like Ice Spice is fun. There's an occasional like Deli to me is a good song. I like Deli. You know what I'm saying? Every time I get into my little drill rap bag, Deli comes on. But other than that, I just was listening to a lot of these beats and I'm like, yo, like there would be somebody who has actual bars on here. You know what I'm saying? And Riot produces every beat. He produces every beat, which I think is fire. But yeah, I'm not coming back to this album probably ever again.
Yeah, and I do want to say Lotto album dropping August 9th, and that's what we tuned in for because I remember when they was having a little fake beef, and I was like, I don't even know why Ice Spice is speaking right now. Like Lotto would wash, wipe, and mop the floor with Ice Spice. So, you know, shout out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that project too. I was thinking about Lotto the other day, and then she dropped that little trailer. But we'll definitely be tuned in for that. One more project I wanted to quickly mention, 12 Summer by Boj. This project was interesting to me because it felt like, I don't know, it felt more like a just like an EP or a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't an album to me. But 13 songs featuring Saint, who's a UK rapper, Odumodu Block, Black Bones, IJ Butler 22, Cruel Santano, uh, Gayaki, Blanco, Victini, Valentino Rose, Oxlade, Adekunle Gold. Um, there were two songs on here that stood out. I only listened to it once fully through, but there were two songs that stood out to me. Pressure with Victini and then Monica with Black Bones. I didn't particularly like um, the Odu Modu Block collaboration. They have another one that I really like. It's called No Option with the flute. Yo, No Option with the flute on there, hard. That is hard. That was their first collaboration, but this one, it's just okay. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a ton of standout tracks on here, but I think if you like Bose, this is worth a listen. If you like Afro beats, Bose is a good place to. He's a good entry point. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely give this a listen. Nothing extraordinary, but it's good music.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna go listen to this. And Boj, that's a good thing to say. Boj is a good entry point. I feel like he has a lot of those songs that we spoke about before that are like simple in song structure, easy to listen to, easy to grasp onto, and his accent isn't that thick. So something I'm definitely gonna check out.
Real. Okay. There's a couple topics I did want to get into now that we're done with new music. Um, Yesterday, Burna Boy, it's me, one of your biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? I stayed up till midnight. I just want to say I had a big presentation at work today and I needed sleep. I needed sleep. And you know what I said? Nah, Burna Boy album coming out at midnight. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay up. And I stayed up and at 12:01, I hit the little Spotify new release shit and you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? You just put the little add my little Instagram fan thing on there. And it kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Burna Boy gave us the name of his next album, No Sign of Weakness. Um, and I'm excited that new music is coming out. But to say new project at midnight and have me stay up till midnight, I was a little pissed. I was a little pissed. I ain't gonna lie. 100%. 100%. Are you excited for new Burna Boy music? Um, what do you think of this? Are you think it's time? I mean, he's been honestly prolific. I looked at the amount of albums he's put out because a couple of days ago it was 5 years since Twice as Tall, which was the first Burna Boy album that I listened to, the one with uh Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't talk about Diddy no more, but he was the entry point to Burna Boy for me. and that was 5 years ago. And since then, um, he put out. Wait, African Giant was 5 years ago, right? Yeah, African Giant was 5 years ago, which I heard some singles off of that, but I wasn't too aware. Twice as Tall was after that. That was my mistake. So it was African Giant, Twice as Tall, Love Damnity, and then I Told Them. So that's 4 albums in 5 years, and he's coming back with another one. So he's due if we're going on his schedule. But what do you think of this upcoming album?
I'm definitely excited to hear it. I feel like I would love to hear it more in the vein of Love Damani and some of his older albums. I feel like I liked I Told Them, but it was really Americanized as we spoke on. And I think he should try to go back to a more traditional or more Burna Boy sound to me, because I felt like he was trying to reach a different audience with that. It was very obvious. I feel like even I had some friends that went to his tour, and I feel like the way he was performing at concerts was a little like, I'm trying to reach a certain audience. I'm trying to reach a certain demographic, and I understand it. But I do think one in the vein of Love Damani, or even you sent me that cover of him and Jay Huss, and I was like, oh
I
my
got fooled. I got
God.
fooled. They got 6 songs together. They got 6 songs together. That's an EP. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen you know who it was? Fucking Joey Akin. He posted that, and I'm like, oh, it's there. It's happening. That's never happening. I just want to say, Jay Huss is never putting out a collab album. But continue.
Yeah, and I would love to hear it. I feel like they have like this good dynamic of like singing and rapping, and they both can rap really well. But I feel like Burna's voice and him trying to be melodic on some records is real good with how J Huss is. And I was excited for this too. Honestly, I thought it was gonna come out. I didn't stay up till 12, but I was excited for it to come out. You know.
I'll be keeping my eye out. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I was hoping he tried something different because usually his runway for projects is short anyway. So when he said midnight, I was like, okay, he's just like, yo, this is here, damn. This is here, damn. Um, that's my phrase. That's probably my phrase for the year. Here, damn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bugging you, somebody bothering you. Take this. You know what I'm saying? Fine, leave me alone. So that's what I thought we were getting, but whatever. We'll keep our eyes out. Um, what we got out here? Drake will Drake continue to be at the top? This was your topic. I want you to lead into it. Tell me what you were thinking here.
So when we originally brought up the Spotify top listen artists of June, I was just highly confused on how after Kendrick had that great run and Kendrick had all them songs come out, and we're supposed to get an album, what he said, August 8th or something like that, whenever Big Sean drops, honestly. But I just think it's crazy that it's been this long and he's put out this much different type of music and Drake is still at the top of rap. Like, I just think that's insane. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of artists who have that long of a run. I mean, comparable, you could say an Eminem, you could say a Future for sure, you can say a Kanye, but those are all like goats and greats. Like, you're only going to be able to put Drake's name with goats and greats, and that's it. So I just think it's crazy that he's still there. And I feel like with this, I feel like he's been trying to make that switch into house, or into that type of genre and into that type of sound. And I feel like we saw that with some of the songs he put out with formerly Carnage. I don't know if you heard them songs, but now he's Gordo. And those songs were crazy. Like, I thought he sounded they were even better than some of the ones on Honestly Nevermind, even though I really liked Honestly Nevermind when it came out. And I mean, I just think it's crazy. I think he has so much market share right now when it comes to music, and he has people's ears still. Like, all his back catalog is just that insane. And I feel like it's just crazy to me that he's still there. Like, I didn't think, but I think that line where he's talking about we'll see who's still here a decade from now. Like, he's still here. He's been here, and I don't feel like he's going anywhere. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. I feel like we're in a weird spot anyway, because like we're too young. We're too young to think pre this era. Like we only know this era. Like we came. I feel like we started listening. At least me. Like got before I heard Rigor Mortis by Kendrick Lamar. The only hip hop I knew, like I knew, was like Get Rich or Die Trying or whatever was in Dad's iPod. You know what I'm saying? That stuff. And so when I think like in between like DMX, I mean, you had Kanye. Kanye was the guy. And then it's been Drake. And so now I'm thinking like who like there isn't I can't even give you a name in rap that I'm like, yeah, this guy's next. I can't give you a name. You know what I'm saying? Like the names I feel like we talk about this somewhat frequently. And every time I think about it, I think of somebody abroad. And I still don't think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? When I think about like bro, people still make fun of British accents in media, like in on TikTok, on YouTube. And it's not to say they're not talented and that we don't listen to them, but in terms of a mainstream thing, I still don't like it's still hard for me to see it. It's still hard for me to see like the names I think are next being next. And so I don't, it does bring me to that point that I had a while ago where it's like, is hip hop like it's not dead, but it's like, is it just a legacy genre? Are they in the golden? Are we in like the Rolling Stone era now? Is this where we're just all the people who had catalog and had their run? Is that what's going to carry it? That's what it feels like to me because I don't have a name for you. Like like one song recently that made me think like, damn, this is real hip hop was the Saturday Mornings with Corday and bro, Corday snapped on that, and it just gave me a like this was a hip hop beat, but I'm like, this isn't like he's talented enough as a rapper to be one of those guys, but to say he's gonna be the number one, like to say he'll replace Drake would be absurd.
Yeah, I feel like the feeling I had when I listened to that song, because I'm glad you brought that up. That's actually the point I was trying to make. But the only person that's really gave me that feeling of like even not even Drake's spot, but just top three has been Corday recently. Like I feel like his first two projects were super strong. I feel like he came out with that single where he was really rapping and gets good features as well. And I was like, I could see him in that J. Cole spot. Now I can't see him in the
Mm,
Drake spot, but in the J. Cole spot, I could see him there as like the next generation of like, okay, we got one guy we got a Kendrick like guy, we got a J. Cole like guy, and then we got a Drake like guy. I would say he's in that J. Cole bucket. I don't know what I would call it as far as like genre wise, whether that's underground rap or really lyrical miracle rap, whatever you want to call
yeah.
it. I feel like he would be in that bucket. Like, and I think he would be probably the one over there. I don't see anybody else that's really gonna take that spot besides maybe a nah nah like
He's not pop enough for me because like even let me not even say pop enough. All three of those guys, the formerly known as the FKA Big Three. You know what I'm saying? There's no Big Three anymore. It's only Big Me. But the formerly Big Three, they all had a pop element. You know what I'm saying? Drake was most like he was gave able to give you the most pop, but J. Cole had a no role models. You know what I'm saying? He had the songs, like he had so many songs early on that were pop-esque. You know what I'm saying? And even Kendrick did. Like there's a lot of stuff off of Good Kid, Mad City that would be considered at least make it to pop. You know what I'm saying? Corday don't have that for me. He doesn't have that for me. So in terms of a broader appeal, because if we're just talking, because I guess that's more of the conversation, right? Who would fit like who would fit into the pop category almost? So who's big enough to cross over is my opinion of it. Just because like if we're talking just hip hop, just rapping, I think if I go back and listen to what I've been listening to this year, I've been listening to plenty of rap, plenty of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's gonna cross over that mom might hear on the radio on her way to work, like see Corday there.
you know who we know it's funny. Free that man Tory because that's one of the other ones I could probably see crossing over. Like you know what I
Fair,
mean?
fair,
Uh,
fair. Man, dang, maybe I don't know. This is an interesting. We're in an interesting spot, bro. And I think, um, I think us being, music commentators, because that's what we are. Um, I think we're in a good spot because we listen to stuff outside of rap. You know what I'm saying? But I just think in terms of hip hop, it's just an interesting spot because right now it feels like we're running off of like fumes. We're running off the coattails of the biggest artists who have already put 10 years in. And nobody new was coming out that's interesting enough to be like, yo, this is it. There's nobody American in my mind where I'm like, yo, This is it. Like this whole little Yachty wave. I wish it would just end. I wish it would just end. I'm tired of seeing little Yachty everywhere, man. Like, you know what I was thinking when I saw the Kevin Hart little amp freestyle shit. You saw that? I was like, bro, I'm more excited for the amp freestyles and than I am the double XL freestyle.
Yeah, like honestly, it'd be funny as hell. And I'm not gonna lie, they was actually on there trying to spit this
Snapping,
year. Like, yeah.
snapping, snapping, bro. You can't tell me that none of them were competing with Cash Cobain. They definitely was competing with Cash Cobain.
No, they was. They definitely was, bro.
Bro,
They definitely were.
rap is in a horror like well, I guess maybe okay. Okay, let's stop mansplaining hip hop for a second. Let's stop. You could say Lotto. I can say I don't know if you call it the big three, but in terms of a hip hop representative to the masses, women are kind of the representatives right now.
They
Um
are. It's not kind of.
oh
It's they are. Like let's keep it a bean here. Who are
yeah,
some of the biggest artists in hip hop right now? Glorilla, Megan the Stallion, Lotto. We
Flo
got
Milli.
Flo Milli. We got who else,
Even
bro?
Doechii is sort of making her presence known. You know what I'm saying?
Doja
Doechie's
Cat.
out there. Doja Cat. It is women. It's honestly women. It is honestly women. We're mansplaining hip hop.
Yeah, honestly, that's what
We're
we're doing.
mansplaining hip. Yo, we need female. We need to bring a female up here, bro. We need to bring a guest. We were 64 episodes in. I think we need to find a guest and bring a guest. You know what I'm
No, we
saying? We need to
do.
bring somebody up.
We do, but like I think the other reason we don't say that is because I don't feel like some of the music we hear from a lot of those female artists is very crossover. Like some of them, I'll give it to Lotto, I'll give it to Glorilla, and I'll give it to even Meg The Stallion and Flo Milli. But like Sexy Red, like I'm not. I don't want to push that out to Africa and the in Europe to be like, this is America, this is us right here.
It
Yeah,
is
red,
no,
white,
don't do
blue.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, this is why I'm gonna say don't do that. This is why I'm gonna say don't do that. Like people look at it as like ratchet or ghetto, bro. But it's like if you grew, I know people like that. I know people like that. You know what I'm saying? For better or worse, we know people like when I saw Sexy Red and she came out, I'm like, this ain't me, but this makes sense. Like I know somebody like that back home with the little lips. You know what I'm saying? I know people like this that it makes sense. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like she's representing a portion of the black experience, whether you like it or not. People like say it's ignorant. People say it's putting out a message we don't want. But it's like I look at it more as like the shit we see being put out is more a reflection of the reality of a lot of people than we would like to give it credit for. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with I guess Sexy Red or whatever, like think about like where she came from, bro. Like St. Louis, like the people I know that moved up to where we grew up at from St. Louis, bruh, it was the hood. It was the bottom. It was grind. You remember Elijah James? He was from St. Louis. That's all he used to talk. I was like, bro, this is like I was not surprised when Sexy Red blew up. I'm like, this is real. This is 100% real. That's her.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Fine, you're right. You changed my mind because you are right. Like she does represent this specific subset of America, even just the black community or whatever. But yeah,
Bruh, I was telling somebody this the other day as a joke, but it's dead ass. The um the black experience is not a monolith. It's not a monolith. And we are an example of that. You know what I'm saying? We're not the typical the typical pushed out propagandized version of the black experience. Just me and you. You know, just me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the most popularized version of the black experience, just me and you. And so when you think of it that way, like I look at there's so many different experiences out there. And so like when I see somebody like Sexy Red, bro, like I don't listen to it, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? When I pull up at the Wawa down the street and four girls hop up out the car and they're on top of the car dancing to put your hand underneath. I can put the hand underneath. Was that the baby song? Uh, Make the other bitch put the hands underneath. Make the other bitch put the hand, go shake something. And then Sexy Red come on. They're like, hey, hey. And I'm just going in there to get an apple juice. I'm like, yo, this is us. I'm like, yo, this is us. This is us. This is us. Damn. But yeah, I think you know, this question, I feel like we're gonna beat it to the ground for mad long. I'm not too concerned about it because I think honestly, like Y'all saw my top 10 list. Y'all saw everything. Most of the music I listen to ain't even here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say Smino is one of my most listened to rappers right now, and it doesn't matter. I don't know. But this is a good talk. I honestly I enjoy coming back to this every couple months because it does change a little bit. I think this was good, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We need some more shorter episodes, if I'm being honest. Um, what songs do you have for the people today? Give me a song that I need to go check out. Me personally, put me on.
I'll give y'all two this week because I do actually have two. But I was going through the most necessary playlist on Spotify. I just want to say, whoever is making playlists at Spotify, you might lose your job because you're not making the greatest playlist. I feel like a lot of these are just kind of weak, but that's just me. But my two songs for the week, I heard them off of there, so guess he did something right. 310 Baby, he's been blowing up pretty decently
310
out of
baby.
yeah, he actually Kendrick bought him up for the Ken and Friends thing because he's from Cali.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you heard that song, I'm pretty sure that's in that. If you a bad bitch, run it up, like that song. I'm pretty sure that's him. But he put out a song called Pink Whitney. I believe, yeah, that's the right song. Pink Whitney. And that had a bop to it. I was really messing with it. It really had that West Coast vibe to it. Had me rocking in the car. I listened to it a couple times this week. So definitely something I'm gonna go back to. And then I sent you this, but I'm gonna put it out on here. Yes, Freestyle by Sleepy Hollow and Chef G. Honestly, I think they should just make a collab group because they have almost the same voice and they sound great together. They always make really good music. Like I remember the first time I even heard either of them was together. So I would
Yeah.
say that's my other song. Yes, Freestyle by Sleepy Hollow and Chef G. Real good song there. Go check that out.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go check that out. 310. You said 310 baby. Interesting name. I hate when they throw the numbers in there. Like it just throws me off. Um, all right. I got two songs for y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? I got two songs for y'all this week. This song came out last week, and I don't want to say Cranium ever surprises me, but the production on this song I'm about to give y'all is crazy. Endless Vibes by Cranium. I was listening to it right before we started, and in the headphones, it sounds different than on the speaker. You put it in the headphones, it's gonna blow you away. So that's my first one, Endless Vibes. And the second one that I want to give y'all, I got three for y'all this week. I ain't gonna lie, I got three for y'all this week. All right, the second one, Often by Unknown T. Um, I have so much I can say about Unknown T, and I'll do a section on Unknown T coming up soon. But this song, like 2021 to 2023, Unknown T, even 2024, because the album came out this year. 2021 on, no skips. Often by Unknown T. And then I got one song for y'all. Um, if you made it this far in the podcast, then it's all right. Why Did I by Tory Lanez. No comment. Just listen to the song. That's all I got for y'all. That's all I got for y'all, man. Hey, next week we're gonna talk about Future on here. Next week I'm gonna have a dissertation about Fuji music, and hopefully I got some information about Black Sheriff. You know what I'm saying? Black Sheriff is an interesting Ghanaian artist, but I'm trying to get, what I'm saying, I have to bring more information. You know what I'm saying? I got to do better at bringing the masses information. So look out for that next week. Anything you want to leave the people with, Antonio, before we sign off?
Well, it's already August, guys. If you telling me you ain't got done what you've been trying to get done the whole year, that's on you. So make sure you got 4 months left, and then we in a new year. The days, the weeks, they gonna pass by. Don't let the months and years pass you by fast. And also get some bug spray because why there's so many mosquitoes in here. But have a good week, guys.
We'll see y'all next week, man. You heard him. We'll see y'all next week.